Right. Okay. All right, let's just get right into this. Let's just get right into the meat and potatoes, the full course meal. I am Abina, your hostess, goddess, priestess, and this is God. Okay, again, I am Abina Netaru, and this is Unfiltered Expressions. Now, let me just go ahead and say it real quick for disclaimer. Like, I'm not here to debate shit that I got to say. I'm not here to debate my opinion, but we can talk about everybody else's opinion. Like I want to know. Okay. And today we're gonna be touching on the most popular topics, of course. And I mean, you already know. Clarissa the Woke Shields is number one. Then we have Christian Rock. I'm gonna say something about her. Then we have I got my notes. Dame Dash and what I gotta say about him. And then what? Oh, then I'm going to speak on how these celebrities think they're going to come on these platforms and start talking. Okay? And then what's this other stuff? Okay. Okay. So, let's start. Okay, y'all, let's jump right into this video. I'm going to try not to have it too long, but I got a couple of dynamics. It might be more than one part. I'm not sure yet. So, here we go. First up, we got Clarissa Shields, Remy Ma, and Pat Pooh. And I know, we all heard the story, but y'all ain't heard it like this. Now, my theory is this. What if this whole thing, because remember, everybody was already talking about that Papoose was only with Remy, I mean, not Remy, well, Papoose was only with Clarissa for her money, to sign her, this and that, right? And there's speculations about it, this and that. But my idea is this. What if it's really Remy Ma doing the Destiny swap? Because before all this, Remy Ma was the one that people knew about. Papoose was never really the main character in this story. But within this story, from both sides, that what I've witnessed is that Papoose will go through anything, any ends to make Remy Ma happy. And one thing about Remy Ma is she has ultimatums for this dude because what she said is true that she was really holding it down with her cash flow. You know what I'm saying? He also kept her name relevant in the streets while she was out though, right? He held her down, did whatever. So then when she got out, he wanted her to have a baby with him, right? So she like, nah, she just got out. She trying to get her, career back going, this and that. They was on Love and Hip Hop. They started that Black Love, all that shit, right? But it made who more relevant? Remy. You know what I'm saying? So, Pat was only known to be a good man, but Remy is getting back up. She's all the way up. She started making her music again. You know what I'm saying? After you've been locked up, coming out after all this time, like Remy was out back in a time where we would like her music, but the new kids wouldn't really know her music like that. But Pat kept her relevant, correct? So stay with me. So after she was able to do her music, they wanted to get married. No, she wanted to have a wedding, right? She wanted to have a certain type of wedding. And if he agreed to it, she would give him a baby. So he did everything he wanted to get Reminisce. Beautiful baby girl, by the way. So now they got Reminisce. So whatever. And then next thing I hear, they broken up. And I didn't know what the fuck's going on. So I'm into the spiritual world. I'm in the occult and stuff like that. And all this occulty knowledge and things. And what I do know is that you can do magic on someone to make them appear to others the way you want them to appear to make you feel and look better. Right? Am I saying this shit right? But what if Remy Ma and Clarissa was talking first? You know what I mean? Because I know y'all remember that long time ago. They said that Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj was scissoring, okay? And so what if Clarissa was in her den first? You know what I mean? And because Remy definitely give me the vibes that she will get head, but she ain't giving no motherfucking head. she was in her DMs first. And when they was talking or whatever the case may be, Remy came up with a plan for her to destiny swap with her because she's a athlete. She got all these accolades, you know what I'm saying? She got money, she have her own clout and she was popping, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know, but she was popping or whatever. She's the greatest fighter undefeated, right? So what if she was in a dance and she told Papoose to do his thing? You know what I mean? And basically sweet talk her and all this other shit. And then Remy's like, and then I'm gonna expose y'all. And then we're gonna do this whole motherfucking thing and you and me gonna make some money because they still married. People be talking about how they was seen together and how this other shit. And motherfucking Papoose damn sure ain't moved the fuck on. I don't know if he's stuck on Remy or if he got another girlfriend, but he don't like the quote. But what if she's destiny swapping with Claressa, and that's how come it looks like everything she do is copying Remy? Like, okay, I see what y'all saying, but I have to be the other person to say the other side because y'all ain't said that shit yet. You know what I mean? So, cause like, come on, how many females out here don't get long black hair? How many females out here don't be having the same ginger hair, blonde hair, curly hair? Like, come on, that's like saying any girl that come on here with a dress on, with fucking lashes on, makeup on is copy, right? Now I know, and I seen the pictures, and it really, really looked like it. But I'm just on the other side, cause I was thinking she was copying Rem too, trying to still, you know, what I'm saying, trying to destiny swap with Remy. But why would she try to destiny swap with Remy when she's younger and she feel like she more popping than everybody? Why would she be trying to switch? And then y'all always trying to play her like she's stupid or whatever. Why would she even know anything about that? Who would know about that? Somebody that's been in the damn industry all this time. Motherfucking, all I see is all this hating towards her or whatever. Like, yeah, her character ain't what you could say a professional should be like, but come on, who out here is really professional and who out here ain't talking shit? I mean, come on, we already know the algorithm is set up to push this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, all y'all feeding up on all of this and just straight up going at Claressa now. Mind you, I've been watching this and I was like, yeah, this girl is straight up copying. And I was like, hold up, though. I never seen Remy so much. And I'm from Connecticut, you know what I'm saying? So I know who Remy is. But when I had moved down south to the DMV, they didn't know who Remy is. They don't know who Pap is. They don't know who any of the up north rappers is. You know, there are people out here. I'm not saying they're not known, but I'm saying they're not. They don't have a lot of street cred. Like Pap has no street cred out here. You know what I'm saying? And Remy made a name for herself. Now it's not just because of this situation. I'm not going to sit here and play Remy like that. You know what I mean? She worked her way up from when she got out. You know what I'm saying? She was on Love and Hip Hop. She was making her music all the way up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of her music. I am not a fan of her music. You know what I'm saying? So this is like straight up from a neutral, just watching the entertainment point of view. I'm not picking any side, but I will pick the side of women. But we'll get to that later. But Remy had her own clout, right? That's basically what I'm saying. But it started to die down. You know what I'm saying? It like everybody else is making music and doing their thing and doing it whatever. So what if this is actually flipped the other way and it's Remy making it seem like she's copying her, and then so she could get more clout and more views and more publicity because ever since this shit done happened with them, Remy has been the number one on everything. Like, big ups to Remy doing her thing. Like, you can't get mad at the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doing her thing. And, like, it is what it is. Like, props to motherfucking Rims because at the end of the day, you doing what the fuck you doing and it's working. So, big ups to Rim. But on the other end, peep game how she's influencing y'all to believe that anything that Clarissa does is copying. She get black hair, copying Rim. She wear this, copying Rim. But it's already proven that Rim gave her advice on how to dress. So is she copying her or is she just still taking her advice? She told her how to dress. She sent her pictures on how to dress. We don't know how long they was talking. Remy told her how to dress. She didn't know how. And then it's like, oh, she's so dumb. She's so this. She's so this. She's probably never been in the light. Like, everybody's not used to this shit. And a lot of people acting like, you know what I mean, because they're big time in their world. Because everybody's big time if they say they are. You know what I'm saying? You got your platform and you got people, agreeing with you and supporting you. You big time. I don't give a fuck if I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You big time. But everybody don't have the mind of how to act when they go to certain places. So the fact that everybody's dumping on her for being excited to be around this shit, being excited to get $8 million. You know what I'm saying? You be excited too. You probably be more humble, but that's you. She she don't have a reason. She's celebrating her shit. You know what I'm saying? She flaunting it. Look what I got. You know what I'm saying? That's just her personality, and I think that's messed up. That you know who she is and how she is done did so much damage. You know what I mean, to the fact that she get canceled because the only way she could get canceled is if we cancel her. And I'm gonna talk about that later as far as what how much power we got. You know what I mean? But just to rewind and I keep going all off the rails and shit because y'all watching this like, bitch, what is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But what if all of this shit has to do with Remy because Papoose is the main pawn piece of this chess game that they playing. You know what I mean? Because if they playing chess, because that's what I'm thinking. So he's the main player in this shit. The king and the queen. You know what I mean? They the main ones. So what if it was the whole Jack move? Like everybody's been saying, like he want her money, but y'all saying he want her money because he's broke, right? If he gotta still go get his clothes, why she ain't just throw them out? You know what I'm saying? Why she keep it? So some come pick up your clothes. Why you keeping them? You know what I mean? And like, what if, and the whole idea about them not getting the divorce and being seen together, getting the coats, and every time reminiscing them around, you know what I mean? That type of shit, or whatever the case may be. What if it's just another move to make Remy great again? That's his whole makeup. That's his whole like again, big ups to motherfucking Remy because she used her husband for what she felt like he was worth, which was putting her in a light and putting her on a pedestal. She's the one that exposed them. They didn't want to be. He didn't want to be exposed, and that's probably the real reason why he pissed off. Not because he don't like her and he there only for the check. That man is there because Remy told his ass to stay there. The more they talk about y'all motherfuckers, the more they look at me, and the more money I motherfucking make. Because at the end of the day, do any of us really know Remy? Do we know Clarissa? Do we know Pat? Do we know any of these people that we talking about, that I'm looking at and now talking about? Like, no, no. Like, come on, come on. And then with all the ideas about motherfucking Illuminati and how you be famous today and you got to be doing this, wouldn't this be a humiliation ritual for her? So it's possible on the flip that this is a humiliation ritual that Remy had agreed to do for her because they were talking and they were friends, allegedly. You know what I mean? And this is what she has to go through because she wants to have that fame. Because at the end of the day, who are we all talking about? Who did I start this video about? The growth. So let me look at my notes. Humiliation ritual. Yeah, we on track. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if that's just what it is? So my next issue with this is, since when do y'all care so much that she's not going according to what she says she is when she says she's a God fearing woman? Now I'm not religious, but I know the rules when people are. And my thing is this: whatever you choose to believe in, you have to follow those rules. But since I study religion and people beliefs, I know the rules. And if you're supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing that, right? But who is everyone else to say that she is? You're not supposed to be judging her neither. You're supposed to let God handle that and look the other way. In fact, everyone that's trying to call her out on her religious beliefs and how she's not being of that, why are you of the world? Why do you even know what the fuck is going on? You're supposed to not look at this type of stuff. This is the type of stuff that you're supposed to stay away from because all of it is demonic. All of it is away from the word of God. So to sit here and say, oh, it's adultery, you doing this and you doing that. How many celebrities got kids with somebody they just been with and they're not married, huh? How many? How many of them are like that? How many are of these people that were on this list y'all love to fucking talk about all the time? How many of them were on the list and you still listen to their music? You know what I'm saying? You still wearing their clothes. Like, y'all talking about her, oh, she spent all that money on that Gucci and Louis, da da da. Like, y'all should be saying she need to stop supporting the motherfuckers. That's what it should be. Because if them motherfuckers is doing things to them children, then that's what we need to be talking the fuck about for real, for real. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be about what the hell y'all talking about. It should be a little bit deeper, you know what I'm saying? Because all of it is shallow, if you're asking me. That's why I'm making a video. Because there's a lot of different ways to look at this shit. You know what I mean? And y'all need to see. Because at the end of the day, oh yeah, the thing with Alicia. How am I gonna forget about that? What I feel about that, you know what I mean? How y'all know she ain't set her up? They know that Clarissa ain't, you know what I'm saying, aware of where she's at now. She's not where she used to be. She can't move how she used to move. You know what I'm saying? How come motherfucking how do we know that she wasn't saying shit to her and she knew that Clarissa was gonna do something? You know what I mean? And made her slap her because we heard the slap, but ain't nobody really see it. Like, who got real footage and see contact? We just hear the slap, but we can't hear everything. Like, yeah, she's saying what she's saying. Y'all just don't like her personality. Y'all don't like her voice and shit like that. Y'all just annoyed by her. You know what I mean? But that's what they want you to be. They got all this shit going on, you know, making you fucking with your morals inside so that you make all these videos, you know what I mean? And everybody cashing in. So here's my ticket, you know, and my pitch. Cash in, but from a different lens. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild. You know what I mean? Because now she's saying what she's saying. Oh, you messing with a married man, you messing with a married man. No, why don't you just say, bitch, I could beat you? Why the beef gotta be about that? Why you even gotta mention it in the first place at all? You know what I mean? Like, on some real shit. Like, I kind of feel Clarissa like, why do you have to even say that? Out of anything you could fucking say on camera, why you even gotta say that shit? If you ain't say it to me, because we don't know if she said this shit to her. We don't know if they talk outside of this and she never said that shit to her, but then go online and say this wild shit. We don't know because I didn't know Alicia Baumgartner until this happened. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. What if this was all a play on another boxing group? I'm not, all into this, so I don't know, but how she's with Win Records, whoever Alicia and them with. What if the whole team decided, you know what I'm saying, to do this also, and everybody pinned on to get Clarissa, you know what I mean, to do what she needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fucking know because it's looking like everything's attacking, like not one person really with her. So Clarissa about to fight again. I hope she beat. I hope she win. I hope she motherfucking win because it's like it smell real fishy. It smell real fishy because isn't she a fighter? Isn't she supposed to be talking shit? Like, okay, maybe she could. maybe her delivery is just off. You know what I'm saying? And y'all could say that to her rather than want to air out business to make someone that's already not capable of speaking properly and like I can't even explain this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how hard it is. Like you know what I'm saying? Like trying to explain her gets me all tongue tied up to try to say what the fuck I'm saying. But at the end of the motherfucking day, all I see is hate against women and someone trying to be stripped. So everyone's trying to strip a black woman, regardless of how she speaks. We're not in a place that's professional. Look at the president. Look at everyone. No one's professional. At the end of the day, though, she should still be able to keep her titles, her, you know what I'm saying, what she has, and should still be able to fight. Because now y'all should want to get the fuck up. Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to go to her weight. They like, come down, come down. No, y'all get up. Eat some fucking, you see how she eat? You eat. Gain some motherfucking weight. Lift some weights. Gain some weight. And go up to her weight class. And if you don't like her that much, whoop her ass. Whoop her ass. I mean, I'm not saying they can or whatever, but I like how Claressa fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they could beat her. I don't know. You know what I mean? Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say in the comments or who y'all think could beat her or whatever. But at the end of the day, won't they get up to her level then? That's what she's saying. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she's a fighter. She's undefeated. She has this big ego. You know what I mean? She's not trained or understand like growth in that way. Maybe. I'm not here to say she is. I'm just going off of what all y'all saying. So maybe she's not, you know, developed mentally in that way. But there's a reason for it. She's a fighter and she wins. You know what I mean? Y'all trying to bring up some old shit when she lost, but she wins. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's just the mass media here to strike down a woman that made it up there in a field that is, you know, dominated by men. And she got all these rewards, even got the balls to say that she could beat guys. It's just like the idea that someone has the balls to be like this. I'm not going to be reserved. I'm not going to watch what the fuck I say. I'm going to be an unfiltered expression of this motherfucker. But that's just what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. At the end of the day, it's making everyone still pin women against women that are great, and they're using black women to do it. Peep the game. Peep the motherfucking game. And that's what I gotta say about Claressa shit. Next up, Krishan Rock. Yo, y'all OD with this shit, right? Okay. Okay. Now, let me look at my notes because I be seeing them comments about the baby. I'm not even gonna say his name because y'all know I was going straight in. Y'all probably don't know. I was going straight in. Okay, y'all going in on him. You know, like okay, if the baby got a disability, let him be. You know what I mean? Like people don't call CPS. People don't did what they was gonna do. Like I don't even think the baby real. Honestly, since you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think the baby's real, but that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say the things I say off camera. You know what I mean? Because that's a child, y'all. Like, big ups to y'all for caring. You know what I mean? Like, it's good that y'all care that hard, but damn, 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 damn. Y'all going in. Like, I don't know if what's going on, like, y'all be catching them pictures. Like, every time I see something, I be looking, it's like, where's Waldo? because the way y'all be finding the picture to find the proof of something's up is crazy. And ain't that crazy though? How if something's up, ain't nothing like out. Hmm. But yeah, y'all, like just remember that's still a child. Like for him, like if y'all care about him, you know, you know what I mean. Oh, and then real quick, the petition to stop Claressa from fighting y'all. Come on. But next up, that's all I gotta say about the y'all OD with it. That's all I have to say. Next up, Dame Dash. Now, did y'all peep how when he was talking about Aaliyah? Because I've always been curious about this. Because I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Because I ain't heard nobody just flat out and say it, and maybe he can't say it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try. So here's my attempt. So that whole thing with R. Kelly and Aaliyah, right? How long that did that last? And then after that, she was with Dame. When? But what I wanted to say about Dame Dash, y'all could go look it up. When he had that interview talking about Jay Z and his wig with that bush, you know what I mean? He said, because it was a wig, but it was so Dame Dash, when he was talking about that, he was talking about Beyonce and how Jay was keeping Beyonce away. And make sure I say this clear and loud. He was keeping Beyonce away, and how he had started to slip up, slight stutter, stutter. He did a slight stutter, and he was like, "They were kids. Ow, ow. We looked at them like they were kids. Don't quote me, but he said that. He said them words. Maybe not in that way, but he said that they were kids, and he remembered that one time that they were wherever they were at, and they were all playing in the pool, and he always looked at them as kids. And then after that, he went on to say he don't understand, how guys can be with younger women. Yeah, he ratted, he ratted, he ratted, he ratted on Jay because it's already been said and speculated. I don't give a fuck. It's already been said and speculated and alleged or whatever y'all got to say. You know what I'm saying? So I get this out. But motherfucking, he let it out and he was like, oh, maybe men in another country, since it's legal over there, go over there and then they come over here and they forget. I don't know. That's strange. He said it. Go look at it. And I wonder, no one ever said anything about that. They talking about Jay in the wig. Nah, what did they mean by that? Why did he say that? You know what I mean? Like, I want to interview these people so I can ask these questions. You know what I mean? Like, I can ask better questions. Questions we want to know. Because I know y'all remember Nas was dissing Jay and say he had dick sucking lips. Like, why he said that? Why he said that? And where is Sir? Where is he? What's next? What's next? Oh, next up we got how celebrities are starting to stream. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? Like, and I'm talking mainly to everybody. How they feel about that? Why are they streaming now? I got a couple questions. Why are they streaming now? Where have they been all this time doing this? Like, and why can't we see their house? Why they think they could just sit there and be cute or handsome or whatever they doing? Why they think they could just sit there and not post their shit up, get a tripod like everybody else, get your mics, and put on free motherfucking concerts? Like, you're hired to entertain, and you're just sitting there doing that, thinking everybody's just gonna come and support you. Aren't you already rich? You should be giving out raffles for followers and stuff. Why celebrities aren't doing that, but they getting on live? Then they want to promote products. Anybody promoting any black owned products? That's all the people that's looking at them. What's up with that? How y'all feel about that? Hmm? Because it's giving real greedy to me. It's giving real greedy. Like they only come out to promote their things. You know what I mean? Like prime example B. You never see her. I don't see her go live. Okay. A full disclaimer: I don't follow anybody. I look at what the hell y'all talking about, and then like I contemplate on should I even get a part of this? Should I even jump into this shit? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, cause y'all ain't said what I want to hear yet. Who and what is doing a spell on who and where? Like nobody's looking at this from a spell point of view. They're just sticking to religion. You know what I mean? The reason why it's fitting is because it ain't religion. We always talk about this Illuminati and the whole industry and everybody's in on it and all this other shit. So why you think these motherfuckers exempt? Hmm? Everybody talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Why? Why you think that why would they be exempt? We don't know any of them. We make all of them rich. And then there's another thing I be hearing people saying, um, motherfucking, you know how it be people that be all in your business as celebrities' business. Oh, what they eat in when they go out. I think it was Rick Ross was like, why you so worried about celebrities? Mind your business. And I'm like, he can't say that. Rick Ross cannot say to viewers to mind their business and not look at celebrities because it is the people that made them celebrities. So if we want to know how you wipe your ass, somebody else could figure it out because I don't want to know. But I'm just saying, if that's what the fuck they want to know, then they could know that shit. I'm not saying that they have the right because they be OD. Like, I get it, like OD, but they have to remember that the people that made them rich don't live a life nowhere near the fuck that they used to. Okay? They claim they came from the hood and shit like that, but they want to act like, oh, don't be in my business, don't be watching what I'm doing. Da, 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 da. No, you have to perform. You have to show us what the fuck is going on. What happened to MTV Cribs? We want to see your house. We want to see what you doing. We want to see where the fuck all their money going. Cause I don't go to no concerts or nothing like that. I don't buy nothing like name brand, nothing like that. Like, like all the shit I'm hearing, I don't want to support them just because I'm still living. I got clothes on. I got clothes on. That's all I need. I don't need extra shit. I think my light about to go out. So, but us as the viewers and as the people, we hold the power to everything. We're the viewers. We're the ones that really shape what it is. It don't matter what they're pushing. It don't matter what they're trying to give us to watch. We don't have to feed into that shit. We can see through it and talk about it and move past that shit. Mm-hmm. Because that's what this shit is all about. That's what I'm all about. That's what my channel is all about. It's the unfiltered expression about everything y'all talking about and whatever the fuck I want to talk about, and we all gonna talk about it. Because we need to stop. Excuse me. We need to stop giving all these people the clout that they giving because they're not respecting who put them there. It ain't their industry. You know what I'm saying? They got paid because of y'all. How many of y'all brought front row tickets to these motherfuckers' concerts every time? Them shits ain't cheap. You basically buying a car, a mini house, a fucking boat, fucking land, tuition, a wardrobe, feeding the dogs, the people giving quarters to people in Africa. The fuck? You been doing, you could have did something else with that money. You could have saved it. You could have spent it on yourself. You could have bought yourself that jewelry. You could have bought yourself them Louis or whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? But instead, you went to that concert and had a good fucking time. You decided to do that with you. So, if you've been here that long and you can still see me, big ups to you. Peace out. Thank you for watching. Bye.